The best thing that can happen to us is when in the core of us that cleansing work is done. When we meet our deepest fears, when we meet our traumas, when we meet the voices of others that have become part of us, when we meet all of those things inside and heal from deep within, then those words, I am compassionate, I am loving, I am kind, I am powerful, I am free, all those words will make meaning, because not only will they be coming from our mouths, they will be coming from the core of us. And as they come from the core of us, they will heal the hearers. They will reverberate through the clouds, through the waters, and it will pierce other souls and bring healing. So I think anyone can say anything, but what matters is, does it come from the core of you? Is there power in those words? Where do the words come from?
Hello, Africa. Hello, Cameroon. Welcome to YAOUNDE, the nation's political capital. Here with me is Lois Love. She's so in love with nature, and she'll tell you why you should stick with nature. Hello, Lois.
Hello, Amy.
How are you today?
I'm doing well.
And so we're ready to have a date with nature.
Yes, we are ready to have a date with nature on the 10th of February at CNPS Lodge in Mana.
Why connect with nature?
You should connect with nature because in nature you will be healed, you will receive and find yourself. You will find a dimension of stillness in you that no one can evoke. You will feel calm, refreshed, healed, strong, and centered in nature.
Lois Love is my guest on Action Woman number 49 from CRTV Litoral. It's a live broadcast from Studio 104 of the national station of the CRTV. Tune in at 11 a.m. Wednesday and find reasons why you must connect with nature. Good morning. And welcome to Action Woman. I am Amy Banda in Yaoundé, live from Studio 104 at the national station of the CRTV, welcoming you to this special edition. My guest is in love with nature. She's an action woman doing everything to ensure that you and I understand the essence of connecting with nature as often as possible. In nature, nothing is perfect and everything is perfect. Trees can be contorted, bent in weird ways, and they'll still be beautiful. Nature never goes out of style. There is beauty around every bend. In her happy place, she allows her canopy be the stars in the sky, and she's as free as a bird. Standing at the shore is where she must be. She breathes deep, and she's joining us on this program to understand the essence of being free like a bird, standing at the shore of nature and breathing deep. Good morning, and welcome to Action Woman Lois Do Ntoko.
Thank you, Amy. I'm glad to be here.
I could say Amona.
I'm funny.
Olandie.
Osani.
All right, like that's all. That's just how far I can go. I wish I could go further. I'd say Mayanda or Maya. That's to tell you, I like connecting with nature, and I like connecting with the languages too. Happy New Year once again.
Thank you, Amy.
It's a
Happy
pleasure.
New Year to you as well.
Oh, thank you very much. It's starting with a whole lot of responsibility on the shoulder. And since we love Cameroon so much, we always want to shine for the 237 green, red, and yellow colors. We always go an extra mile to serve because we know that we are gifts to serve for divine glory. And then those who can get inspiration to move forward, fine. Those who can be empowered, okay. Those who can be motivated, okay. Those who can start all over. Because you fall 7 times, and like Nelson Mandela puts it, you stand up 8 times.
That's right.
And you love this take with nature that I'm getting to discover. I don't want to say I'm falling in love with that nature thing, but I also know I've reached a stage of my life where I should connect with nature. Why connect with nature?
In nature, you can hear the voice of the divine within yourself. In nature, you can connect to the divine. In nature is found stillness. You can hear yourself. You can gain clarity. You can see into situations. And dark situations can dissolve in the presence of nature. There is power in nature.
I hope that you will adopt the pace of nature, ladies and gentlemen, as you listen to this edition of Action Woman, and you would find out that nature is a source of all true knowledge, and the work in nature works the soul back home. So you choose only one master in nature, anytime, every time, yesterday, today, tomorrow, forever. For the goal of life is living in agreement with nature, and one touch of nature makes the whole world very beautiful and clean. I'm sure that something inspired you to want to get people to connect with nature? Can you tell us a story?
The troubles of life drove me into nature. The streets couldn't do it. Therapeutic homes couldn't do it. My home couldn't do it. So going out and walking in the streets, I ended up in calm places. And I realized that every time that I got to those calm places, there was just something peculiar about a tree or the sky or the birds or water that made me to stop and want to pay attention. Everything in me was something in nature was drawing me close to nature. And each time that I spent time just sitting there, by the time I got up to go back home, there will be clarity, there will be some peace, there will be some understanding. I feel refreshed actually. I feel like someone gave me a bath. So something in nature, I would say the divine just kept calling me out to nature. And as much as I went back to nature, I felt that there is healing in nature. Actually, on a certain day when I just went out to write, I found myself crying. I found it was such a spiritual encounter. And that led me to believe that there must be something out there in nature. But of course, there is a force, there is a super power that has been in play that created everything that we now see. Therefore, I just came to believe that there is something in nature and that everyone should discover the healing power that is in nature.
There's something in nature, and everyone should discover the healing power that is in nature. Why be my own therapist and healer in the first place when people have learned or they have a gift to do that for me?
Because there is no one that knows you better than you know yourself, Amy. Many people may claim to indeed know you better than you know yourself, but I believe that you know yourself. You know the parts of you that are strong. You know the parts of you that are weak. You know the parts of you that are broken. You know the intricate parts of you, the parts that no one sees. So the divine within you, and you know yourself better than any other person. I think if there is anyone that will heal you better than anyone else, it should be you. A therapist could take you through a session, but it comes back to you. It is a powerful thing when you know what to do with yourself. It is important to speak to someone else at some point. We do not dispute that. But it is most important to have a thorough knowledge of yourself and to know what to do with yourself, SOS, in the event of a crisis or whatever it is that you go through in life.
Wow, this is awesome. You can be your own therapist.
And you can be,
your own
healer.
Wow.
Yes, because
so
also,
you recognize this word?
Yes, I do. Because in a time when I went through distress after having been a pastor for like 3 to 4 years, preaching the gospel, and knowing the scripture, knowing Christ, I came to that place where everything came to a standstill and all the words that I know were put to question. And I found myself talking to everyone. There are other things that we need to know
but they didn't
in addition
understand
to
you.
the scripture. Yes. People that didn't understand you, but also people that that couldn't help you. You know that they may not have a proper understanding or the emotional intelligence to process what you're going through. But because you need help and you don't know how to help yourself, you find yourself talking to every and anybody who
to the wrong persons.
Not necessarily wrong. Sometimes they're right, but if you have a certain knowledge, there are people that you won't talk to. So they may not be wrong, but if you understood some other things, you will not be talking to
You'll
them.
be silent.
Yes.
Because you're way better than bringing down your sound to talk to them.
Yes.
This is Action Woman live from Studio 104 in Yaoundé. Within you is a firm and unwavering foundation and internal strength and confidence that is able to sustain you through ups and downs, from which deep and enduring success is in you. Is groundedness. You want to join Pastor Lois, and discover the wisdom, the immense force and influence of divine creation in you that changes the trajectory of your life. She's elated to present to you the Love Talk Therapy's inaugural event, themed A Date with Nature, and it's taking place on the 10th of February 2024. How is it going to look like?
It's going to be a wonderful avenue. We're going to meet women and men, of course. Initially, it was for women, but the men said, why are you doing this? Why are you bringing together the women? It looks interesting. We want to be a part. So women and men are going to come together. We're going to have a divine moment We are going to connect. We are going to bare our hearts in that place. There's going to be massage. There's going to be food. There's going to be very refreshing, cool music that will allow us to go back deep within ourselves. And one thing is sure in this place, because we'll be surrounded by nature, my understanding and my desire is that we will become grounded through the words that will be shared in this place. So if you have any form of trauma, if you're going through a very tough moment, if you cannot find yourself and you're like, I don't know who I am, I don't know why I'm here, I don't know, patati patata, you are invited to come to this place, a date with nature on the 10th of February.
Wow. So I could just start by saying some words to myself, and that will help me. You confirm whether or not if it will help me connect with nature.
Before you say that, I'll also add that if you've been through any form of abuse, trauma, if you feel like self-harming from time to time, whatever it is that you're going through that is difficult for you to process, I am that anointed specialist, and I believe that as I sit on a one-on-one talk with you, the dimension of stillness in me will transcend into your soul, and then healing will come to you. So you're welcome to a date with nature.
I could say hallelujah. So if I said those words and have not come to peace of healing, would it make any meaning? I am blessed. I am prosperous. I am successful. I am victorious. I am talented. I am creative. I am wise. I am healthy. I am in shape. I'm energetic. I am happy. I am positive. I am passionate. I am strong. I am confident. I am secure. I am beautiful. I am attractive. I'm valuable. I'm free. I'm redeemed. I am forgiven. I am anointed. I am accepted. I am approved. I am prepared. I am qualified. I am motivated. I am focused. I am disciplined. I am determined. I am patient. I am kind. I am generous. I am excellent. I am equipped. I am empowered. I am well able. I'm a child of the Most High God. Would it make any meaning if I'm talking from a broke space?
Wow, that's I have to sing and let everything that you've said sink in, because I'm not a human doing, I'm a human being. So those words got to me and I'm somewhat sitting in the moment.
You're still caressed
Yes.
by the power.
Talking of which, I learned how to live in the moment, to be mindful and to be in the moment. So for every word that will come out of your mouth, I got to wonder many years back after I had gone through a dark night of the soul, how I made it through with trauma and all the things that were deep down in my core that hadn't come to the surface. You could be broken and walk the streets smiling. So you could speak many words with your mouth, but in the day of the storm, that is when all the residue and all that dross inside of you comes to the surface. It is possible to speak all those things from the surface. The best thing that can happen to us is when in the core of us that cleansing work is done. When we meet our deepest fears, when we meet our traumas, when we meet the voices of others that have become part of us, when we meet all of those things inside and heal from deep within, then those words, I am compassionate, I am loving, I am kind, I am powerful, I am free, all those words will make meaning, because not only will they be coming from our mouths, they will be coming from the core of us. And as they come from the core of us, they will heal the hearers. They will reverberate through the clouds, through the waters, and it will pierce other souls and bring healing. So I think anyone can say anything, but what matters is, does it come from the core of you? Is there power in those words? Where do the words come from? Words are nothing. Words are empty. It is our soul and our core that carries the gold, the gem, the heart of everything. So that is where the healing has to take place.
How will the talk therapy go on? Will it enable many people to be grounded?
Yes, I think so, but I can't say more than that because it takes talking to
One on
people
one.
one on one, listening to them and listening to them speak, and then picking the patterns and the things, unpacking their history and everything that is going on that they may not be aware of.
So it's possible something might be going on and you're not aware of.
Yes,
How is that
you're
possible?
unconscious, you're unaware. Many things break us in our foundation.
Yeah.
Also, our history as Africans, the slavery and all the other things that we have going on in our history that has been passed on, generational trauma from generation to generation. So there are many things in our history that have broken us, that have touched us that we are not aware of. So it's possible to live unaware, to be arrogant and
But everyone sees you broke, but you don't know that you broke.
people may see or they may not see it because you may look good, you may speak well, you may even sound confident, but
And you may smile.
You may smile, but once you become aware, the light shines on those things and it has no power and no stronghold over you anymore.
You're going to be teaching on deep healing techniques. You want to share some with us on Action Woman?
I'll just share the breathing technique. Or I'll share the breathing technique and then looking into the sky, which is some kind of meditation. Well, whichever. So the breathing technique is a kind of technique that is practiced when you're faced with like a panic or anxiety attack. You taking a very deep breath through your nostrils. You could count like from 1 to 4 or 1 to 10. However, you can hold it in. You take in the air and then you hold in the air for like 4, 6, however long you can count, and then you release the air slowly through your mouth. I remember the passage in scripture that says that when we were created, however it is that we came into being, there's something special about our breath. Our breath is magical. So when I practice that, not just because it's something that is taught in psychology, I feel the internal organs, every part of me just opening up. So one of the deep healing techniques, which I'm going to be doing live with the people, is deep breathing techniques. Another powerful technique which I have discovered in my time, just in trying to heal my own self, is dancing in front of my veranda, in front of my house, just at the veranda. So you're like doing a kind of yogic spiritual, just allowing yourself to enjoy and look into the sky. But as you do that, words come to you, affirmations come to you, different spiritual things happen. So one of the ways to heal yourself is to self-talk very gently to yourself. You could just stand out, look into the sky, open up your palms, you could dance, whatever it is that your inner self tells you to do. As you do these things, for me, once upon a time, it was let go. And it didn't make sense, but I just kept saying let go and just dancing and playing out the actions. But something happened in the course of the week, not just one thing, several things happened in the course of the week that had to do with letting go. So many trials in the course of the week, so many things happening, and in all of those instances it required that I let go. At the end of the week, as I sat down to just take stock and think about it, I was like, wow, I understood why those words had come to me. It was the words that held me throughout the week and guided my every action. So for you, as you come out and let go or let yourself be in that space where you encounter nature or you're just looking into the sky, so the plain sky, the color of the sky can neutralize any stress and any thoughts and anything that is arising within you, or it can allow you to meet the anxiety, the fear, the stress, whatever it is that is arising within you. So there are many deep healing techniques, and though I may teach some, as I impart the people that will come on that day, one thing that I'm hoping that will happen is that they will begin to go within themselves and connect to the deep healing techniques that already lie within them, that I couldn't give them, but that is within them and that they need to discover.
Deep. Very, very deep. And it feels like we've not done up to 20 minutes. And I see that we got barely 7 to go to wrap up this edition of the show. You're also going to be having a deep healing massage. A deep healing massage. Not the one we have in the spas. Tell us about it.
Our bodies, our souls, and our spirits and our minds are all connected. Sometimes you may do a lot of healing in your spirit, but you abandon your body. Your body and your soul and your mind are supposed to be aligned. So sometimes when you finished praying and when you've read all your books, do not forget to self-care and to self-love. Sometimes it requires doing something.
And it has nothing to do with you being selfish.
No. Which is something I struggled a lot with, because in my mind, you must go to the cross, you must die to self, in the words of the written words of Jesus. So there was a lot of cognitive dissonance and a lot of clashing when it came to self-care. So your body, you need to pay attention to your body. If I appear before you, Amy, for a job and I don't look good or I look broken, there is something in me that repels you. There is something in me that makes me an unfit candidate for that job. So as you take care of your body, you take care of your face, your teeth, your body, and you smile and look good, there is just this aura. You may even be broken within, come on, but then as you come and you look so fresh, you drink water, you take care of your body, you also glow. So we are going to not just talk to the spirits on that day, we're also going to minister to the body. Because sometimes even also as you minister to your body, it goes deep down into your soul. Some people find themselves weeping very profusely as they go through massage, because there is power in touch. Whatever illnesses or sicknesses that have come up in recent times have caused many people to distance themselves and not to touch themselves. But there is healing in touch. As we touch one another, hold hands, there is power and healing in that contact from body to body. So on that day, we're going to have specifically chosen masseurs that are deep people. There is a wellness of deep inside of them. And so as they put their hands on you, you're going to feel that power, that divine
vibration.
Yes, that thank you for that word. Divine energy, divine vibration just overwhelm you.
Wow. There's also going to be a health screening exercise. Blood pressure, blood sugar level, stress, and all of that.
Yes, and it's being done by Humanitarian Service. I'm so grateful to them, the Shalom Humanitarian Service. So they are also going to bring their machines on ground, because they have a machine that can massage your back, your leg, your hands. So they're going to bring about 5 equipment that will also aid the massaging, so that where the masseurs cannot go through, you also have that as a backup. So we are fully equipped and fully loaded and ready to receive the public.
And it looks like everyone has to be in green, different shades of green.
Different shades of green, earth tones, so it could be some kind of dark peach, it could be brown, coffee brown, or whichever. Green, any shade of green is welcome.
Thank you so much for being an action woman.
Thank you, Amy.
Pastor Lois Love. Any last message for the nature, a date with nature prospective candidates?
I just encourage us all to go back to our core. When we were born as kids, I always say we were taught how to say no from a kid. We knew how to take what we wanted. We knew how to come out and play in the sun and just dream and be creative and write out our dreams. So if you've lost that touch within, you're in the world, so many things have broken you. You don't know why you're here. You don't know what you're doing. You're not satisfied. Maybe you're sitting in a job where you're tired every day. You're disgruntled, but you just keep pushing. I'd encourage us to go back to our core, to be grounded, to be found within, so that we can thrive without.
Thank you very much, Pastor Lois, for being on the program.
Thank you too, Amy.
So guys, join her and have a date with nature on the 10th of February 2024. What's the venue?
It's at CNPS Lodge in Mana.
That's in Yaoundé, ladies and gentlemen. So it's when we start working together that the real healing takes place, and healing requires we must stop struggling. But to enjoy life more and endure it less, healing yourself is connected with healing others. To walk in nature is to witness 1,000 miracles. The earth laughs in flowers, and nature is the art of God. Nature itself is the best physician, and the sea, once it casts its spell, holds one in its net of wonder forever to sit in the shade on a fine day like this Wednesday morning and look upon verdure as the most perfect refreshment. I invite you to be part of the date with nature. Go into nature and be soothed, healed, and have your senses put in order. Live from Studio 104 in Yaoundé, we're thankful to the technician on board helping us to send you this beautiful transmission live from the nation's political capital for Action Woman number 49. Oh, God willing, we'll be with you again, same time Wednesday. Until then, do authentic you, original you. Don't forget to go on a date with nature. Good morning.